Pretty bright in this room, huh? The sun is just. I don't have any curtains. I guess it's not too bad. It just kind of takes a minute. I don't know. Camera's having a hard time adjusting to it. That's okay. Can we pitch this up a little bit? Is that better? I don't know. Or is it better to be angled down a little bit? Because you don't really need to see the top of my head, huh? Oakley dokley. We're going to play some more Rogue Trader. I forgot my coffee. I'll be right back. Alrighty then. We will continue. Hello, Emmy. What can I do for you, Emma? What can I do for you? Come here. Come here. Up here. Get up here. Oh, you cutie dog, you. You're the best little pup in the world. You're the best little pup in the world. Everyone say hello to my little pupper, Benny. Can you see her? Isn't she a cutie? Oh, that's a gimme pot. Gimme pot. That's a good girl. Yeah. It's so cute. She's my best friend. Besides the wife, Bethy Boo. Been there since day one. Big fan. Is that camera in the right spot? Emma, you're a good girl, but go away. Is that better? It's just so bright, isn't it? Maybe we can put it over here on this side. Can we tip it? Or am I well out the frame now? Yeah. I guess we could change the monitor a little bit because I am kind of at an angle here. No. It's still too far. We'll keep it on this side. Turning back this way. Like it fits best like right here over the top, but I actually need to kind of see the top of the screen. Okay. Amy, back off. Put the headphones on and start gaming. Okay, we can go back now. According to the inscription on the statue, this is a gift from the house Geprak. What is it? Some statues, eh? It's producing rhythmic sounds, among which a faint ringing stands out. Why is this locked? Ooh. Electrified Chardonnette. Xeno artifact. Okay. This antique piece of furniture is obviously well cared for, but its surface is still covered with lots of scuffs, scratches, goes away too quickly, and stains, traces of the previous traders who sat at this table. Out on the balcony. Very cool. Very cool. I moved my microphone up here because I was like listening back to the audio on the other one, and the clicks are really loud. I figured if it's up there, it'll hear the clicks less, and you'll still be able to hear me fine, I think. Breeze catcher boots. Oh, you know what? Am I not even... I'm such an idiot. I'm not even sharing my screen. Forgot to do that. There we go. Big dummy. Whenever the wearer moves through a cell occupied by an enemy, the wearer gains 15% dodge against that enemy's attacks until the next wearer's turn. Moves through a cell occupied by an enemy? How often are you doing that? Set of icons, Nightweave Silk, masterful cameo of a saint. Seen all that before. The leather covers bear the names of the authors. These aren't the droids we're looking for. Mostly philosophers and theologians from Dragonis. The spines of the books are trimmed with gold. Is there a door over here? Yeah. I assume these are my chambers. The bed of the head of a rogue trader dynasty is befitting the status of its owner. Can I not rest? Come on now. I thought that was like the whole point of this. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, I changed the, I put the microphone up here. Can you still hear me all right? I just thought the clicks were kind of loud in the last video, the last live. Tell me what you think. But also, I mean, Rudy's sounds fun. If not, yeah, but the clicks are still loud. Okay. I guess I can't really change that then. It's just, unless I change keyboards. Yeah, we could go to Rudy's. Rudy's sounds fun. Not gonna lie. You know, I'd rather not pay for it, to be honest, but I don't know who's gonna pay for the crab legs at the in-laws either. You know, trying to avoid spending money if I can. I love this cool arm thing here. Very, very neat. Throne room, Palason Vincius, Dragonus, Mundus Vincius. The throne room, I think, was back this way. Who do I need to talk to? Is he over here? Servitor, Wardens, Cassia is hanging out. I guess we talked to Wassarian over here. Your Lordship, Clementia bows her head politely for a chancellor to a rogue trader. She is dressed rather simply. A parade, doublet, polished boots, and comfortable cloak. She bears a saber and gilded scabbard, whether for show or protection one could not say. Only her ring with the Wassarian coat of arms indicates that she is of the highest social stratum. The governor is waiting on the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you would like to see him. I would like to see him now, please. Ooh, awareness succeeded. Ooh, it was kind of tricky too. The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment, you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not his heir. Judging by the scars and the exposed parts of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of chancellor. Interesting. What can you tell me about Dragonus? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into servitor scribes. They now toil across the entire world. Dragonus is also the seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not-so-humble opinion, they care little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Dragonus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships, which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Tell me about Drivestem. Urban Drivestem is a well-respected man, and not just on Dragonus, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the Von Valencia systems. The Drivestem's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Dragonus. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that the Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. Fellowship succeed. We got plenty of that. The way you speak of Drivestem, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No, no, I don't believe I feel either, your lordship. Clementia's steely eyes stare into the distance, her jaw clenching visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly flustered by your insight. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussed over the laws that are enacted, but we both work for the good of Von Valencia's protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. Thank you for the report. Tell him I'm ready. Time passed, 2 hours. Governor Urban Drivestep, Cadamus Alexei von Valancius, 20th in his line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of Cronus Expanse, from the Karak system to the 100 Dreams crossroad, I bid you welcome. Urban Drivestem, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodore von Valancius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dragonis and of the entire protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. It is all the same to me. Do as you see fit. Esteemed Cadamus Alexei, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and persevere in spite of this tragedy together, and let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the Von Valencia's protectorate to even greater prosperity. As much as the governor is trying to appear sincere, there is something in the curve of his nervous half-smile that you find troubling. Is it a hint of reproach, mockery, condemnation, or is it merely your guilty conscience playing tricks on you under the governor's keen gaze, stirring up memories of your past? Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropath's psyker of Dragonis flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the roots are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given the vast majority of ships in the Dragonis Navy travel without relying on the services of navigators. Without your engagement, the well-being of the Von Valancius dynasty and the billions of its subjects are presently at risk. What exactly do the Dragonis nobility expect from me in light of the loss of roots and communication with other worlds? We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supplied Dragonis and other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Caprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world Kiava Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention the most is the penal world Vabos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. That does it for the planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. He rubs the bridge of his nose wearily. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in the Cronus Expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the Maw for decades, but now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dragonis. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Vabos 6 have been a particular concern in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Now, to issues on a smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension with the capital due to the unorthodox succession to the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprising are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done about them? Send the disgruntled nobles lavish gifts on my behalf, and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed by the rest. Make arrangements for public purges. All who have sullied the rogue trader's name must meet their death on the executioner's block. I care not what those hyenas are yapping about behind my back. Leave them be. They are no threat to me. Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Hopefully, these steps will be enough to keep the rest from causing any more trouble. Once your lordship's wrath descends upon the guilty, have no doubt there won't be a soul on Dragonus willing to share their fates. And one last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by an equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Dragonus by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Drivestem. I don't care. Just don't fight too hard over the bone. That's good. There's no need to alter traditions. I never doubted your lordship's decision. I can tell that the fortune holds a fruitful partnership for us and prosperity for all Dragonus. I shall immediately relay all your orders, most gracious rogue trader. May the gold of the throne illuminate your path. Kunrad Vogtvir, former master of whispers, is a heretic and traitor. Has he shown his face on Dragonus? Lord Voigtvir visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering in the corridors have come from. I shall be frank with you, your lordship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manners of rumors and misinterpretations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue traitor. However, Kunrad Vogtvir was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. I sentence all who have dared to make heretical remarks about the rogue traitor to servitude impertitious. Machines aren't prone to dissidence. My subjects' doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed in too short a span. I'll prove myself worthy of my position. Publicly rip out the vocal cords and tongues of every slanderer and replace them with vox implants that sing the praises of rogue trader Cadamus Alexei von Valencius without interruption. I should think that will serve as a reminder of who rules this world. I've been playing Dogmatic, so I guess we'll do this. Sentence all who have dared make heretical remarks about the rogue trader to servitude imperpetuous. Machines aren't prone to dissidence. I shall immediately make all arrangements so that your order be carried out properly. Drivestem bows. I would like to complete my inauguration as rogue trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? I'm afraid that until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central worlds of the Von Valencia's protectorate are going through a crisis, and the work disturbances, if void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. Okay. Can I sleep now? I would love a little sleep, just a little eep, just a little eep. I guess not. Some cargo stuff, rechargeable battery, some banks. I could blow it open. $85 is a pretty good chance. It worked. Some jewelry, uniform kit, and more jewelry. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Xeno artifact, vials of soul essence. Interesting. We got to talk to the navigator. Can I talk to her here? I know she's here. I think she's over here. Here she is. Nope, wants to talk on the ship, I'm pretty sure. We shall return to the ship. I think we need to... High Factotum Janor Stanrock. Terrible news from Dragonis, Lord Captain. A subsidiary hive city, Scipione 84-249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted, and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the disturbances of these refugees? Damn. We don't have any provisions. These commoners think that I would be merciful to those who facilitated the hive's destruction, eliminate any who would try to enter the cities. Signal the hives to open the gates. We will not abandon a single person in the wastelands. What say my advisors? The death of Achilles' agents troubles me. It may not be a coincidence. Until the causes of the disaster can be concretely established, I would avoid letting refugees into their other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I recommend setting up prohibitive cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. The Emperor bids us to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I'm sure that the ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out in the wastelands and establish a community of proud desert-dwelling martyrs. Such harsh conditions will be a crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. This tragedy a feat of spirits. The noble houses are trying to wash their hands of this. How predictable. And yet it is their duty to see it that the planet meets tithe obligation and brings glory. Let the aristocrats see the refugees and not stop until every last one of them has been put to work. I like Argenta. He who dares to remain deaf to the pleas of the destitute shall be branded a traitor to the faith. Large labor settlements were set up around the ruins of Scipione 84-249, and the refugees from the wastelands and neighboring hives have been rounded up there. And the harsh wastelands scorched with industrial poison, with only a bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents have begun the arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Many of the ecclesiarchy's priests sought to share in this burden with the poor souls, coming to their villages and preaching to them about the righteousness of hard work. Some priests have been even chosen to stay in the camps permanently, where the desert cults of Aconite martyrs have begun to gather around them, glorifying the Lord Captain for granting them the right to suffer for the glory of the God Emperor. Damn. Colonies. Only certain worlds, usually the most habitable, are suitable for establishing thriving colonies ripe for development. Completing projects and colony events can earn the rogue trader unique rewards that cannot be obtained through any other means. Projects are the backbone of colony development. Completing them requires resources that can be obtained by exploring planets and cosmic anomalies. Completing a project takes time. While you continue your travels throughout the Cronus Expanse, you will receive a notification on the screen when a project is finished, informing you that the reward can now be claimed. A new hive city will be established on top of the ruins, but we need provisions. We do not have provisions. Profit factor is down. Extasiums for the nobility. Palace extasiums will be constructed on top of the ruins of Scipione 84-249 for the aristocracy. The dead and dying will fertilize the gardens that will ring these pleasure chambers. Profit factor and complacency. An emporium. The surviving spine of Scipione 84-249 will be rebuilt into a space elevator. It will be capped by an emporium, accepting those ships that are too heavy to land on the surface. Blocks Project Restoration. Blocks Project Extasium. Profit factor goes up by 1. I don't know. What's root cost? Information. Root cost. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. -1 security. Up in efficiency and profit factor. Affects the amount of resources produced by the colony, increasing it by 10% for each point of efficiency. I do like profit factor. I would love to do this. Because it Oh, for all colonies. Like having like that seems like the best thing, but I need provisions. Where can I get provisions? Is that do I have to visit a certain planet for that and put the mine on it or something? Hmm. Okay. I guess we'll have to do that later. You can manage your colonies remotely using the colony management screen or Y. Very cool. Let's go check this out. Begin scan. Ooh, we got 5 extractiums now. Let's go check this out. Oh, this looks like a fun planet. Intriguing surface topography. What do you have to say, Pascal? It is possible that the molten rock of the mantle poured out as a consequence of a natural cataclysm or a collision with a celestial body. That is interesting. A lava world. Is this another ash world, maybe? Ooh. Leaving work now. Woo! Okay, girly. I'll see you when you get home. Eating some crab legs tonight sounds fun. I love you bunches, honeybee. Get home quick now, okay? Reply to them, please. Okay, I will. Okay, they have been responded to. Okay, I think we have to try to go back to Janice now. Ah, jeez, man. Why does everything go wrong? Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken out between the clans that maintain the Void Shield arrays. Rumor has it that the late Lady Theodora was seen on lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the usurper of the Void Ship. That is you. So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. Don't want any unnecessary death. Lord Captain, the Seneschal Wersarian would say there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire Void Ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped and the people return to their direct duties or replaced. Destroy the rebellious clan. A space combat awaits in this system. Not what I need right now. I just need to get back to Janice. Lord Captain, we have an emergency. We have received word that there has been a sighting on the lower decks. A sighting of Lady Theodora. The messages we have received are incomplete and vague, little more than yelling and hysterical claims. There are reports of casualties and unrest. The compartment in question has already been sealed off, but I thought you might want to look into what's going on yourself. The situation is delicate, and what's especially disturbing, there are mentions of Adira Tlass being present at the scene. I need the exact location. Are we bringing everyone with us? I mean, I don't see why not. Burst attacks are harder to dodge. So it says. Let's level you up. Ooh. So Master Tactician. What's your fellowship? 30. Not so good. I think we want that. Oh boy. Lady Theodora, and who now deigns to grace us with their presence? Another gaggle of heretics and traitors thirsting to get their due for what they've done? Or is it the leader himself, who has finally grown tired of hiding behind others? Theodora von Valencius is before you, and she looks grotesque. A hole yawns wide in her chest, rusted hooks protrude from beneath her skin, and a lumpen inflamed scar cuts across her throat. The figure flickers as though it is dropping in and out of the reality. She looks at you with whitish eyes of a corpse and smiles venomously. Rogue traitor! We meet at last. I had grown tired of waiting for you to pay me a visit. Looks appraising, and her mocking tone turns to one of distance. Indeed, centuries of selfless toil and effort, and everything I left behind has gone to this non-entity. Warp illusion, be gone! Argenta, my dear, there's no need to make such a fuss. Why don't we sit down over a cup of recaf? Like we used to. I'll listen to your rapturous tales of sacred relics, portents, and your special path. You must have been so lonely here without me. No one else is willing to listen to your ravings or help you with your childish treasure hunt. I sight the terrifying Theodora. Abelard's face turns quickly pale. Throne, spare us from this cursed apparition of the archenemy. Is that what you are truly paying for? I can hear how fast your heart is pounding, Wassarian. I think deep down you hope this apparition never ends. We have already met. Of course, boy, for it was I who gave the order to bring you here, to my ship. Oh, how I rue that decision now, and how I regret heeding the advice of my seneschal. How can this be? It is the same vision as the others on the officer's deck, and yet entirely different. Why does it not remember that meeting? And why does it not remember what the real Lady Theodora did? Alas, my glorious voyage through life was ended in the dullest possible way, by death. A nuisance I staved off for as long as I could, but do not weep for me, my boy. I am still keeping an eye on my property and punishing all those who failed me. What do you want with me? Why are you waiting for me? Matters are so dire that the pleas of one of my servants breached death's veil to reach my ears. How could I ignore such a desperate cry for help? And from my little Adira, no less. And once I appeared here, of course, I had to meet the pretender who was allowed for this deplorable state of affairs. Where is Adira, and what have you done with her? Me? What have I done with Adira? Theodora laughs mockingly. All I did was turn that little mutt from the fringes into a true servant of the Imperium. I gave her toys. I cleaned up after her antics. I provided her with everything she could ever dream of. Oh, I had great plans for that little Adira. No coming back from that. I am dead. How is that? I am no different from those who have not yet crossed the divide between reality and eternity. I see. I speak. I remember the wrongs you all committed against me, and for all those who failed me, I have already begun exacting my retribution. I truly am Theodora, the remnants of herself that she left behind in this world. I am an echo of her memories preserved in the minds of those who cared for her. I am the taste of tears split for the unsaid and the undone. I am the terror for she who failed to turn the tide of fate and refuses to look truth in the face. I am as real as the human passions that brings worlds to ruins. I will send you back into the abyss you crawl out of. You, of all people to ever threaten me, you are the most pathetic, boy. All that you possess now was given to you in error. You're not. You are unworthy of such generous gift and are incapable of holding on to it. I am here to seek my retribution against all who failed me, my brainless crew, my useless officers, my pathetic servants who turned their backs on their mistress in her darkest hour, and worst of all, you, my dear heir, you who have undeservedly claimed the warrant and everything else that is mine. I will drag it all to the warp with me, including you. Oh boy. The lines on the screen look fuzzy as though the Codger's readout system or data storage has been damaged. Pre-scene sites. Lots of good stuff there. Labored stuttering growls. Nothing over here to do? Okay. a huge shell ready to be loaded into the macro cannon breech. Where is she? I clearly remember her being around here somewhere. This has got to be Zinch doing all this crap. Lord Captain? Adira turns her head to you, but her demented gaze only rests briefly on your face before sliding away. Up close, you can see that the base of one of Adira's temple's implants is blackened and melted. No, wait, Lord Captain, Lady von Valancius. Adira raises her eyes to Theodora, who stands before her, tears stream down Adira's cheek. You came back. Theodora clicks her tongue in sympathy, reaching out tenderly to stroke Adira's hair. Poor little Adira, there. How could I not come? You were crying for me so desperately, your pleas carried to the very depths of the warp itself. Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you warn me? Answer me, you insignificant wretch, or I'll drag the answer out of you myself. Ooh, a dig in Adira's scalp. Oh, God. Adira lets out a soul-chilling howl and tries to grab the hand tearing into her, but her fingers pass through the monster's flesh. I didn't hear anything that could have had anything to do with you. I'm sorry, Lord Captain, I failed. Ah! Adira breaks into a strangled scream, and you feel the air around you grow rapidly cooler. Argenta wordlessly swings her weapon and aims at Adira, who is struggling in the monster's hold. Sister Battle looks at her without an ounce of doubt or mercy. Oh! 1 second, and Adira's body sags to the floor. At the same moment, you hear a terrifying sound, shrill and piercing laughter. Emperor, grant her. Abelard stops short, staring at the body unblinkingly for a few seconds before turning away. Damn. Adira died. The figure of the cackling Theodora shudders and begins to change form. At last, you begin to understand how important it is to promptly dispose of trash. You've learned your lesson too late. Too late. Yep, look at that Zinchian little shit. All these workers. Mutants. Mental manipulation. Got it. A warp beast. Oakley dokley. Oh, damn it. Wrong button. Wrong button. Dang it. Wasted that. Shift 2 is what I meant. Ooh. Wicked bonds. Whoa. Melting. Oh, an armor disadvantage, I see. %78%. It's not that great. We'll try it though. Ah, Abelard, damn it. Heinrichs, let's go, buddy. Pascal's gonna fucking annihilate these guys. It's Argenta's turn. 65% sucks. Good job. $35 is such crap. Why is it so bad? Can I just shoot again? It worked pretty well last. 10%. Boo. Really good hits though. Abelard, let's go, buddy. Damn it, Abelard, come on! Hell yeah, brother. There's really nothing. I don't think I can shoot this guy. He's going to give me an opportunity of he's going to get an opportunity of attack as well. That sucks. Argenta might be able to kill him though. Abelard, I need you to hit this guy. There we go. Nice. Now he's bleeding and on fire. Parry, good job. No problem. Cassia's turn. Very well. We're just going to shift to it right away on... Wait, did he die? I don't... Let's go. $46. Why is it so low? Oh, it did hit. I think we're just going to keep them there. Can Cassia kill this thing? She can. I think she will do it. Heinrichs, you get to go again. Nice. Damn it. I'm really glad I put that fire there. Argenta, please shoot these fuckers. Shift 5. Good job, Argenta. Reload. Only 2 left. One guy down there. And this stupid guy. That'll be the end of your turn. Abelard, my man. Cut your reflection. I think you're like level 80 something. 89, maybe?
89? Means we already got 11 more levels.
Oh, what? I didn't even see that guy. How long was he there? How long were these guys here? What the fuck? Oh, what? Why? Why?